Hello,
Hi.
Raja Oellinger-Guptara,
Hi.
the author of the Midas Effect. Thanks for having me here for the interview today at Geinberg Suites in Upper Austria. It's a special place for you. We are here in the Rajasthan Suite, which is in a apartment house here in Upper Austria in Indian style, and this is also a connection to your roots. You are from India originally.
That's right.
You have a long route, a very long way behind you. So can you tell us a little bit about your history, how your long way was till Upper Austria?
Well, you mentioned Rajasthan sweet. Yes, like in America, it's very popular. What's called the Tex-Mex cuisine. I tried to do the same here, in the sense I have Indian in Innviertel, which is Indian inside and Innviertler outside. So we still have a Innviertler farm, but inside you see these Indian touches where I put in from my background, where I came from India.
But this is not the only station where you've been. You started in India.
That's
with
right.
hardly nothing.
That's right.
Your childhood was not so comfortable.
That's right.
But you made your way.
That's right.
How did you do that?
Well, as I mentioned, it happens when one is left with completely nothing, that one starts to rethink one's strategy in life, what things matter in life, and what is the purpose of life. And that usually happens when you're completely left with nothing. And this has happened about 4 times in my life. Once in my childhood, when my father died when I was 3.5, and we had nowhere to go and we didn't know where our next meal would come from. And so one thinks on all these things. When I came to Austria, when I was just over 22, and again at that time the Indian government did not allow you to take foreign exchange out of the country. And so I started here in Austria with no language skills, the local language skills. I didn't have any money, I didn't have any friends, I didn't have any relatives, and basically I had nobody. So again one has to rethink. And similarly one had to rethink when I immigrated to the United States in 1987. And I had to start in a new culture, in a new atmosphere with new friends. And so again, then for the last time, when in 2001 I decided to come back to Innviertel, this was a countryside location, unlike my past where I was used to big towns and big cities. And here the value system and the way things work here were completely different. So I had to restart again from zero.
So it was 4 times you started into a new world.
That's right.
And you had to learn a lot.
That's right.
On your way, and you learned some universal truths that helped you. And some of them one can find in the Midas Effect in your book. What was the reason for writing it down?
Yes, well, I have now advanced. I'm over 60 now, and then one rethinks life again, and one wants to contribute to society, where I received a lot from society, and one thinks, what can one do for others? And today we are living in a globalized world, where people from all multicultural backgrounds are coming all over, and people are searching for meaning in life, searching for how to improve themselves, and searching for ways out. And it always helps, just like we don't need to reinvent the wheel because somebody invented the wheel. Similarly, if somebody can help others so that you don't have to rethink the process again, this would help many people who are frustrated, who are committing suicide, who are jobless. I think I can contribute something with the principles that I've learned.
And dreams are a big trigger on this way, or a big, yeah. The Midas Effect is about realizing dreams. Many people have dreams,
Yes.
but many people do not know how to start.
I would just correct that a little bit. I think everybody has dreams, and we are born with dreams, not just many, but everybody. Many may not know that they have dreams. Many may want to deny the fact that they have dreams, and many have killed their dreams, so they will not admit that they have dreams.
Why is that?
Because of the systems, because of backlashes in life, because of falling on your face. It's just like if somebody's trying to learn how to ride a bicycle and he falls 5 times or 6 times and he says, I never wanted to learn bicycle riding, I don't care about bicycle riding, but actually he wanted to, he tried to, but because he fell on his face a couple of times, he killed that dream of trying to ride a bicycle. But it does not mean that he did not want, have a dream to, in the beginning, to ride the bicycle. So this happens in life because of circumstances that people kill their dreams.
So how should we cope with those backslashes?
These backlashes can one, everybody has backlashes in life. Life is meant, as you know, there is sickness, there is disease, there is bacteria, there is viruses, there is hunger, there is poverty, there is all kinds of challenges in life. Whether you are a millionaire or a celebrity or you are a pauper, nobody can forego going through challenges in life. But how one goes through these challenges is the question.
So it's a lot about self-esteem, isn't it?
Is part of it, yes. Dreams, purpose in life, self-esteem are all intermingled with one another, yes.
So, but we're living in a world, everyone, you have to earn your money for living, and you have your job, and you're in a life situation which not always allows dreams or allows big dreams, and many people, as you already said, deny their dreams even, and don't allow themselves to speak those dreams out. So can you give us the steps? How can we start, or how can one start to work on his or her dream?
One of the principles in my book is the triple H principle, which is from the head to the heart to the hand. And most people make the mistake of jumping from the head to the hand. If, let's say, there is for example, a policeman who wants to become a gardener, and this policeman says, I'm fed up with this job as a policeman, and he goes next day to his boss and says, I'm quitting, and he quits his job. This would be, from my point of view, jumping from the head, which he says he's frustrated, to his hand, where he takes an action. Whereas I would suggest for him to realize his dreams, he should go through the heart, which means he must first believe in himself, believe in his dream, and then slowly work what I in my book call the butterfly effect, where very small actions he has to believe will have very serious consequences. In other words, he starts by very simply making very simple steps instead of jumping to very serious consequences.
So going into the direction can be the first step.
Believing in yourself, believing in your dream, convincing yourself of your dream, that your dream will come, is the first step. Also, I would recommend not to go and tell your dream to everybody, but first to believe in yourself, which could involve you're talking to yourself in the bathroom, talking to yourself on the toilet, talking to yourself alone, before you even tell your close family, your wife and your children, because they will be the first ones who will be shocked by your dream.
But you also talk about trainers in your book, Dream Trainers.
That's right.
And how can one approach it or find a trainer?
Well, I say there is a power of attraction, which means once you start believing in your dream, what I just mentioned, and it slowly develops. People will be attracted to you. People who are of the same, as they say, birds of a feather flock together. People who have similar dreams, want to help you in your dreams, will be attracted to you, and you will slowly be confronted with them, and that's when you find the right trainer. A trainer is nothing negative. A trainer shortens your learning curve and helps you and recognizes where your blind spots are, and we don't need to reinvent the wheel. Even the best sportsmen, the best business leaders always have trainers.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it on the tennis field nowadays. You have the US Open going on. You can see the #1 champions have 2 or 3 trainers sitting on the side giving them hints how to improve themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So having a trainer is something beautiful and not to be looked at something negative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, till to the point when we find our trainer or helpful methods, we have in our daily life a lot of burden we have to face. How can we cope with that?
I have mentioned that everybody has burdens, everybody has challenges, but once one sees the purpose in one's challenges, once one sees the reason for our being, then one can cope with the daily problems that we face.
So it needs a bigger vision?
You need a bigger vision, you need a bigger destiny, a bigger dream to live for, and then these daily troubles one is willing to overcome. I can give you the good example of Mr. Frankl, who was in a concentration camp, and he overcame his daily troubles by believing that ultimately the secret of his interpretation of the circumstances is decided by him and cannot even be decided by his perpetuators. In other words, when we see our daily troubles, our daily thing, we decide the meaning of them. And that's how we overcome our daily burdens.
Mm-hmm. So,
and that's what makes me get up early every day in the morning.
Yeah. That's about your bigger vision. You also talk about Renaissance 3.0. So there's a bigger plan for you also or a bigger vision.
That's right. I try not to just talk, but I like to walk the walk. In other words, I don't like to just preach, but I want to convince my fellow beings that there is a better way, that one can change by making small changes. We can change the world.
Mm-hmm. So thank you very much, Raja. See you next time.
My pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.